Most of us spend our entire lives chasing success. But what happens when you actually get there? Today, we're going to dig into that critical shift, the move from just achieving things for yourself to building something significant, something that lasts. It's a journey that really redefines what it means to win.
So let's just start with the big question, the one a lot of really successful people eventually have to ask themselves. You've done it. You put in the hours, you hit the targets, you got the prize. But is that it? Is the journey over? Or is this actually just the start of something completely different?
And look, let's be really clear. Getting to this point is a massive deal. It's huge. Success gives you security. It means financial freedom. It means people recognize your work. It gives you stability, a shield. It's what lets you solve for your own survival and, finally take a breath. But something really interesting happens once that personal pressure is off. Your focus kind of naturally starts to widen. The question you're asking yourself begins to change. See, personal success is all about asking, am I okay? But significance, that's about asking, is my world, my environment better because I'm in it? Now, this shift from me to we, it's not just some nice philosophical idea. It is a powerful, deep-seated psychological drive. And it's the reason why just hitting goal after goal can, for some people, start to feel surprisingly empty.
What's going on here is something that taps right into our need to leave things better than we found them. A psychoanalyst named Erik Erikson had a great term for this, generativity. He basically described it as this fundamental need we all have to establish and guide the next generation. Put simply, it's our built-in drive to create things that will outlast us.
And here's where Erikson's idea gets really powerful. He contrasted generativity with its opposite. And the opposite isn't failure. It's stagnation. Just look at the difference here. You have a choice between a path of care and contribution, or one of self-preoccupation and just feeling kind of aimless. Erikson argued that this drive, it isn't some hobby you pick up when you're older. It is a core part of being a healthy, fulfilled adult. This need to guide, to teach, to see others flourish, that's what makes us feel whole. So let's just boil it down. This whole drive to contribute, it isn't just about charity or being selfless. It's actually wired into our own well-being. It's the thing that connects our success to a real sense of purpose. It's the missing piece of the puzzle that so many high achievers find themselves looking for. Okay, so if we accept that we're basically wired to contribute, the next logical question is, how? How do you actually turn that drive into real impact in the world? Well, this brings us to a really powerful leadership framework that pretty much anyone with any influence can use. This quote from Jack Welch just absolutely nails the mindset shift. Think about it. Early on in your career, success is all about your own growth. But once you have any kind of influence, whether you're a parent, a mentor, or a manager, true success is measured by how much you grow the people around you. A researcher named Liz Wiseman came up with this brilliant split in leadership styles. She calls them multipliers and diminishers. Now, we've all met a diminisher. They're the brilliant micromanager who sucks all the oxygen out of the room. But multipliers, they use their intelligence to ignite the genius in other people. Their core belief is revolutionary in its simplicity. They just assume people are smart and will figure it out. And the results of this mindset? They are staggering. Wiseman's research found that multipliers get literally double the capability from their people compared to diminishers. They don't just have smarts, they actively create and multiply intelligence across their entire team. So how do they do it? It really comes down to 3 key disciplines. First, they're talent magnets. They attract the best people because everyone knows they'll get to grow, even if it means they eventually leave for a bigger role. Second, they're challengers. Instead of just giving answers, they define the tough problem and challenge their team to solve it. And finally, they're investors. They give people the resources and guidance they need, but then they step back and give them total ownership of the outcome. And here's the thing about this multiplier mindset, it's so much bigger than the boardroom. It is the absolute foundation for how we build a meaningful, lasting legacy in every part of our lives. This is what fuels a real legacy. And when we say legacy, we're not talking about your inheritance or buildings with your name on them. A real legacy is the enduring meaning people attach to your life. It's the positive impact you had on others that just keeps going, long after you're gone. This gets at a really profound psychological idea called symbolic immortality. We all know we can't live forever, right? But when we truly invest in other people, a part of us actually does live on. In the lessons we taught, the chances we gave them, the growth we helped them find. Our positive influence becomes our version of immortality. So where does this grand thing get built? Not in some big dramatic gesture. A legacy is forged in the sum of all your tiny, daily actions. It's in how you mentor someone, how you listen, how you invest your time, how you handle a tough conversation. Legacy is built quietly, one consistent choice at a time. And the bedrock for all of this, the foundation it all sits on, is character. It's really helpful to think of character like a muscle. It's not just something you have, it's something you build. And you strengthen it every single time you make a consistent moral choice, especially when it's the hard thing to do. So this brings us all the way back to where we started. Personal success. That's an achievement. It's a destination you arrive at. But responsibility, that's an evolution, a constant journey. Success protects you, significance strengthens others. And here's the ultimate takeaway, the thing to really let sink in. If all your hard-earned success, all your stability, and all your resources are only ever used to protect yourself, then that impact has a deadline. It ends with you. But if you use that exact same success to strengthen other people, to multiply their talent, to invest in their future, that impact starts a ripple effect. It becomes a legacy that keeps growing and growing long after you're gone. It outlives you. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Influence isn't just for CEOs and billionaires. You have influence if you have knowledge, if you have stability, if you have experience. We all have it in some way. So the only question that really matters is, how intentionally are you using yours?